Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to another YOUthentic Branding chat. I'm again super excited because I have another special guest today, and the topic I think will disrupt our industry. Hi, Yulia. How are you?
Hi, Kirsten. I'm doing great. And yes, I'm so happy to be here and chat with you.
Awesome. So Yulia, with persuasive images, has, I think, come up with an amazing business model for herself. And I'm excited to talk with her about this and really dive into why selfies don't sell and traditional brand photos repel your dream clients. Before we talk about this, Yulia, why don't you introduce yourself so that we know who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I would love to do it. So, yes, I'm Yulia, and I teach online coaches to create the persuasive images on the go and just with their phone. So they can increase their sales and create a big impact here.
That sounds amazing. And for everyone watching today or watching the replay, please post your comments in the chat box, and we will get back to you. So I have been following Yulia for quite some months now, and I have been stalking her before I even contacted her. She doesn't know. No, she knows. So I was really drawn to Yulia because of the type of photos that she has been putting out. And I thought, this is amazing because I have the feeling I know her without having actually ever talked to her. And it's like your images, Yulia, are so inviting. I know, like, you have two daughters, you are an outdoor fan like me, you have a dog, you are outside a lot, and I really feel like I know you from your heart. And this is like so amazing because when I see all of us on social media, there are just not many people who are able to do that. So I want to ask you, like, what I know, like, you are a professional photographer by trade, and so last year when COVID hit, I think a lot of things changed, and especially for photographers, they were looking for new ways. So what happened in your life? What changed for you?
I think for me, it changed it all even before COVID happened because at the beginning, I was a documentary photographer. Well, I'm still a documentary photographer, right? But I worked with families and weddings. So it's, if somebody doesn't know, it's not about posing, but about taking authentic images, like real images. And this is where my values are. So I did pictures for families, for weddings, but at the end of the day, right now, most of people keep their pictures in the computer, right? So I put a lot of energy, a lot of love in this work, and people keep it in the computer. So I was like, no, I just cannot keep doing it. So I wanted to help more people, right? So I want to be helpful and useful with my talent. So, and it was the time when branding photography was a hit, like a trend, and I was like, okay, I will check it. So I finished the program, and I'm so grateful for it. It was so helpful for me to understand the needs actually of entrepreneurs, what they exactly need. So, okay, I started doing it, and it felt for me, okay, my pictures are pretty, I know what they need. So we did it, and at the end of the day, they were happy with my pictures, but they used only like 7, 10 pictures when I delivered them hundreds,
Mm.
So I was like, okay, something doesn't work here, but I just couldn't understand what. So, and on the other side of my life, it happened that I started learning about sales psychology and marketing. So I didn't have any intention to bring it into my images. I just didn't know. And then I realized this is a huge missing piece in images for entrepreneurs. Just for me, it's so easy when I read marketing, any stuff, also I'm listening to podcast, I can translate it into images right away. So I was like, this is the same messaging, right? So Why not? And I was like, okay, this is a missing piece. Now I know what entrepreneurs need. I know how it needs to be because now there is a sales psychology behind it. I have a strategy. So now I can take my camera and I can do it right. So I started doing it with my local friends, entrepreneurs.
Uh-huh.
Again, it's photo shoots like for 5 hours. And at the end of the day, they used 10 pictures. I was like, I understood why, because when you want to share the experience with your audience, you just cannot feed this experience into 4 hours of photo shoot, right? So again, I
Yeah.
was frustrated. I just didn't know how to make it better. And then COVID happened. And it happened that I just didn't finish to work with my client. And she needed image for her website, the main image. So what to do? I took my phone and I was like, okay, give your phone to your kid. I will guide you and you will get great image because I already knew her environment. I was there before. So we got image just in 3 minutes. It was a absolutely great image. And I was like, hey, this is the last piece that I need to put together and to let go of my camera and give people opportunities to do it themselves. Because entrepreneurs need to be flexible and they do not have time for all these photo shoots. They need to, and they just cannot feel comfortable, right, in the photo shoot. So they need to do it themselves. And also on the other side, people, when I started doing it before I give it into my clients' hands, most of people ask me, do you teach it? Do you teach it? I was like, no, I don't want to teach it. I want to do it myself. I was with this camera because it was everything for me. I love photography. I wanted to take pictures. I'm like, no, I'm not going to teach anyone. I will do it myself. But at the end of the day, it just didn't work. So I'm happy right now that I gave it to my clients and they can do it by themselves.
So this is I have never really heard about this model before I met you. So so what you do is you help your clients to take professional photos by themselves, and they use them for social media, website, and everything. And it looks like a professional photographer would take them. Is that basically it? Yeah.
Yeah, basically it, and it blows my mind every single time. Just yesterday, I started my program, and today I see pictures and I'm like, they're professional pictures. So it's easier.
This is insane because so usually I would say like the majority, I mean, I like taking pictures, but the majority usually thinks I can't do this. I need someone else to take a professional picture of me. So why is it that that suddenly you come along and they can do it? So is there a specific, like, what makes the click? Like usually the only thing we do is we take a picture and then we don't like it. So why do people think they can't take photos, and what do you do so that they suddenly turn out awesome?
Well, first it's our old beliefs, right? So that was created, and don't know, people just always thought that if you need pretty pictures, you just need to hire a photographer. They just didn't have an opportunity, I think, even to try to do a great pictures. And why my clients can do it? Well, what they do right now in 8 weeks, I needed 20 years, right, for that. So I learned a lot. And right now, when I understand the needs of entrepreneurs, I know what kind of pieces from my 20 years of experience give to them in order to create it easier. We are not creating like a masterpiece, right? It's not about it. It's about connection with people. And for that, you need just a few ingredients. You need basically a formula. And this is what I give them. You need a formula, and that's it. It works perfectly.
So what do you think is Julia is wrong, if we can talk about wrong, with traditional, with the approach of traditional photos when we take them. And I have been there too. Like I've been working with several photographers, and I love their work. But when I came home, it was always that the pictures look great, but the different occasions that I needed to use or what I wanted to show, I always felt this is only part of me. So, so what is like the approach that you take with your photos? You say visual content,
Visual messaging.
Yes, visual messaging. So behind each image, there is a message. So, and I think this is the main difference that I see with your photos, because with every photo that I see, and I know your signature now on all the photos that I see. With every photo tells a story, and I think the photos that you direct or help your clients to take, they tell a different story than traditional photos. So what is like, how do you help your clients like to tell the story?
Well, first, what is traditional photos? It's more about portraits, right? It's more about stage pictures. But my approach is documentary photography, right? So from the beginning, it's about storytelling. So this is a huge difference. This is where it starts, at least. And also, when you are hiring a photographer, let's remember that photographers are artists. They are not marketers, right? But you are doing pictures for your marketing. So it's a lot of pressure on you photographers. And actually, this is what usually happens. You, as an entrepreneur, you want to have great images for your business, but you have no idea what you need. So you expect that a photographer will know what you need, right? So that's why you hire them. As a photographer, I tell you the truth. Photographers doesn't know what you need. They expect that you know what you need, and they just take pictures of it. So what is happening? Two people who do not know what they need just meet in the field, and what they do just pretty pictures, right? They use environment that has nothing to do with you, for example, just to create great images. And this is where the disconnection happens. Images are great, but they have nothing to do with you, right? Because that's why you do not know how to use them. Or you even feel that they are the same. They are pretty, absolutely. But then they do not tell your story. They do not tell, they do not show your values, what you stand for, what you believe in, right? So we need to look at it a little bit bigger, because we need to connect our written message with our visual one, so it aligns.
Yeah. So I think what you just said, Yulia, like this is like the key point, because marketing is all about storytelling, and connecting with our clients is all about like feeling aligned with someone, because we tend to work with people that we like, and that is mostly not a decision not by head, but 95% is emotional. So if we only take nice photos and we are the star in the photo, then people don't feel that connection that that could be there if we tell more of a story with our images. So what are typical what are typical photos? Can you share that, or is there a typical photos? Like what are the typical ingredients of the photos that your clients take versus other ones?
First, it's about inviting your audience into your life, right? So it's the main ingredient is your own environment, because when you show your identity and your values, this is how you unfold who you are going to serve. And what is your identity? Your identity is your environment, right? Right now, because of my background, this is my environment right now, right? You can see through the pictures probably that I am a mom because there are pictures of me with my kids, right? This is the main ingredient, your environment. Because when photographers take you into the forest to take pictures, right, or somewhere else,
Yeah.
how are you going to connect with your people? How people can identify with you? Because when you are in the woods and this is your picture, you are the center of attention. There is nothing to look at but you, right? For the first, at first it's fine, right? People like it. But if you still continue just showing your face, it doesn't matter it's selfie or it's a professional portrait. The idea is the same. It's you, only you. So at some point, people just lose the interest. They need something. That's why we like to watch movies, right? The TV shows, because there is a real life and people can identify with it somehow. That's why they start liking it, or they like characters. They connect with them.
Absolutely, yeah.
For example, I'm a fan of Sex and the City, right? This TV show, and we love it because we can identify so much with one or two of these women, right? Because we see how they live. But imagine this, it will be just four faces and they will be just chatting. So we need to bring more into images. This is the main ingredient. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love to see your teacup because I've seen that in many photos, because I know that you take your tea when you go hiking and also when you are out at the sailing with your daughter. The tea is always there.
Yeah, you see, it's just a little piece of my content, but a lot of people can identify with you. And this is how engagement started, because people send me messages, right? Oh, I love your cup that you use for your tea, right? Or even with the last image that you commented, what a knife, right?
Yeah, I know.
It was my picture with the pumpkin, and we were carving our pumpkin. You see, it wasn't about me, it was about everything. But because it wasn't staged, right? It was real. But because there are a lot of elements in my pictures, different people somehow can identify with me, right? And this is how I build connection with them. So, okay, you asked me about the knife, and we can have a chat about it, right? So this is how we build relationship.
Yeah.
And especially it's important for coaches, because when people look for coaches, they are looking for a relationship.
Talking about relationship, so have you and your clients felt a difference when it comes to marketing their service or selling their service? Do they feel that there is it less work? Do they build connections more naturally? I would love to know if you have felt a difference with that. In comparison to, the traditional selfie and here I am. So have you felt that there is a difference is it easier to sell? Is it easier to connect with clients rather than
This one,
before?
yeah, absolutely. When you already build relationship with people, right, the sales become easier because people already come to your sales call connected with you, right? They already feel like friends. And for example, from my experience, all the sales call that I did, it was like a chat with friends, and I didn't sell anything, right? So we just chatted. They already knew me. What is interesting that a lot of my clients, they never liked my pictures, or they never commented on them. But when we talk with them, they know everything about me. It's about, because we are so lazy even to click this like right now, because there are a lot of information, right, on social media, but people are watching it, right? Even when we scroll through social media, right? And usually it's happened fast because we usually do it between something when we are waiting for the kids or something else, right? So with the image, just in 1 second, you can already connect with people, right? But in order to read your text, it takes a little bit more time. So yes, and when you build relationship with people through images, of course, sales are easy. And another great example is, I know I follow the lady. She's an outdoor chef. Her feed is absolutely authentic, and it's not just about her food, but that she is cooking outdoor, but it's about lifestyle behind this cooking,
Yeah.
right? So it's about what she loves, about her values. As soon as she published her book was sold out already, right? Because people already connected with her. They know, they can identify with this lifestyle. Of course, they want her book, right? So it's actually another one opportunity for people who want to write. So it's to prepare the audience, right?
Yeah.
Before you sell your book.
That's so true, Julia. And it's really like as soon as you mention and describe the scene, I can imagine like what this looks like, and also like inviting people into my life. Because for me it's important to know like what is this person like? Is it, and I want to know like what opinions do they have, and do I would like to yeah, connect with them on a deeper level, because also like brand photography is something really personal, so I want to feel understood. So do you have sometimes objections like I don't like myself in photos? And so let's talk about that. So um I think many people say, no, I don't like to take my photo, and I'm not photogenic. So what do you say to people like that? Can they take their own photos on the go with you?
Absolutely, and actually, it's a big piece of my work that I actually didn't expect. If I can add the story, so like
Yeah.
4 years ago, or something like this, when I talked with my friend, she's a counselor, so we thought about how to help women to love themselves, right? So what we can do, because through my photography, when I took pictures of families, when I brought them pictures, they cried because they finally saw themselves as a mom, as a wife. It wasn't just a portrait, it was something from real life, right? And I was like, okay, I can actually help these women to love themselves, but I have no idea how to do it. And in order to do it, I need to be in their life like constantly and take pictures. They will not afford it. So I forgot about this idea, and I kept going with working with entrepreneurs. And then when I started working with them, my entrepreneurs, my clients, start telling me, thank you for helping me reconnect with myself. Right now, for example, with my last clients, you gave me confidence. Right now, I love myself. So your program is very transformational. And they was like, I wanted to do it like way before. I just didn't know how to do it. But while I'm helping people with their business, actually, I didn't know it, but I also help them to love themselves and like themselves and the images. And again, why it is happening? Because when you hire a photographer, you have only 1 hour with the person. You actually do not know much, right? So first, it's not comfortable to be open, right? Second, there is the pressure of time and money, right? So it's expensive. We need to do something that it works and it's done. then people do not know how to pose, what to do in the images. So it's so uncomfortable. And that's why you are trying to pose. It's a hard job. Models do it, right? But they learn to do it. And of course, that's why you are stiff and you do not like yourself. And again, because it's just you in the image, the whole attention goes to you. And we are always judgmental, right? So we can see, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this. To be honest, I do not like my pictures, myself in my pictures. At least I didn't like it. And I did it all about myself. Oh, I do not like my pictures, so I will not post it, right? But we need to stop doing it about ourselves and we need to start doing it about themselves if we want to help people. So, and what is happening as soon as you bring environment into your pictures, it's not already about you, right? It's about story. And in this case, if you are authentic and real, you are with real body language, with real emotions, you're not posing. It's easy to love yourself. And this is actually what is happening with my clients. So it's about being authentic, because if I will start posing, I will never like this picture because I do not know how to do it. And I will feel uncomfortable. So it's like, no, it doesn't work. That's why most of people do not, especially women, do not like pictures of themselves. But I bring more into images and I redirect people attention in the images. So it's not about you anymore.
Yeah. And you know what? When you just said it's not about us anymore or me anymore, in the storytelling, we are as entrepreneur, when we are helping our clients, it's not about us. Like, we are not the hero of the story, we are the guide. And as soon as we step back and invite people to our environment, then we are stepping back from being the hero, because we are just inviting them in a different way, and allowing them to get to know us. I think this is
absolutely. And this is, again, it's just not possible to do it with photographers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even if you want, it's just not, only if you're maybe husband and a photographer, well, then because you live together, it's possible. But in other cases, it's just not possible.
Yeah. So who is taking the photos then? Like, are you like, do your clients use like a tripod, or can I have my kid to do it, or like, how do you help them with that?
So it's, I think kids 7+, very helpful. So it's a great help. And for example, for me, I started when Dinar was 9. Mostly all my pictures, if you can see on the website or social media, were done by her.
Wow.
I have an older daughter who is 14 now. It's a little bit difficult to communicate, to invite her to take pictures already. So the younger the better. 7+ is perfect. You just show them what to do and they do. But anyway, many of my clients use a tripod and the remote control. So I find it's helpful. So this thing could be your best friend. They never say no.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you have someone like friend or your partner or kids, it's just a little bit faster. You do not need to set up it, right? So
yeah,
this is the option.
Cool. Yulia, can you, because we are now on video here and people can see us, can you show us some examples? Because I would love for our audience to really see what we are talking about here and what it looks like. There should be a little button at the bottom that says share.
Sure.
Let's see if that works. And then you should be able to share your screen.
Share my screen, right?
So there should be. Do you see at the bottom there is like a little like an icon where it says share?
Yes. But they want me to do something.
So you can, if you would love, only if you want to, like, if you can share, or even like your Instagram account, so that people really can see what the difference is, or maybe you have some client photos.
Maybe we will put it in the later. We will edit this picture because right now it looks like I need to do something with my settings.
Oh, okay.
And I do not.
Okay, that's okay. We can share that later. That's not a problem. So, oh, you know what? Maybe let me see if I can share your Instagram account, and then we can take a look.
Yeah, we can actually open my clients' pictures, right?
Okay,
I'll
we can
give you the names.
Okay, I have okay, hang on. Let's see if I can do this here. La 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 la. Okay, you guys, let's see.
This is the first one.
Share screen.
Maybe it's easy if I will give you the link.
Okay, so you guys, window, Chrome tab. No, you know what? It doesn't work on mine either. So we have to. I will share that later then.
Oh, okay.
Because for whatever reason I'm blocked as well. So yeah, let's do that later. So anyways, so we were at the storytelling part. So I have seen like your photos, I have seen your client photos, and really I think the connecting piece is really the story part. Can you share like briefly, like is there like, I think you said you have a framework around this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share like what the framework around this looks like? Like share in meaning explaining, not showing, because for whatever reason we can't show right now.
So you mean how I work with my clients?
Yeah. Is there a step-by-step process usually that you have, or how do you help your clients to get out of their own head and into the storytelling? Because I could see that this is really, or could be difficult. Like if I'm used to just taking selfies, like how can I like what are the steps that you help them with getting into the storytelling mode?
Yeah, first I take a lot of things on my shoulders at the beginning when we start working. So I do not put a lot of pressure on them and a lot of theory, how to do it. I give as minimum information as possible, just only what they need, because it's not a photography program, right? So, and at the beginning, for example, I just ask them to take pictures in a certain way. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They send it to me. I crop it whenever I need, and I did it. So I showed them, and they're like, oh, this is a professional picture. I took it. I invite them into this process step by step and showing what actually can do with it. So it's usually a big surprising for them, because they can just do it next day already. Of course, I help a lot, right? But at the end of 8 weeks of my program, they can do it on their own. So I give them just bite by bite, and I just guide them through the process. If, for example, how it always happened, I give them a theory, so they just understand why we are doing it, because when we do not know why, it's like not very exciting. And then I ask them, okay, guys, what are you going to do this week? They tell me a little bit about themselves, right? About their plans. I'm like, okay, you're going to a coffee shop with your friend. That's a good opportunity to take pictures, right?
Yeah.
So, and I give them ideas again. So they do not need to think about, oh my God, how I will create all of this right now, right? So I just I just ask to trust the process.
Yeah.
Because I know I will do it. There's no way you will not do it. Only if you just do not want to do it, right?
Yeah.
If you are excited, usually by the end of my program, people have like around 100 pictures in their photo library.
Wow. That's awesome. So let's talk about your program, Yulia. So I hope like everyone listening today, like you are really wakening up to the power of what photos actually can do for your business, and how you can connect with people and show, not just show up, but really make selling easier, make relationship building easier, because this is all what branding and marketing in the end is about, because we want to build connection and help people to with whatever your service is. So can you share what your, or like, do you have a program coming up, or how can people connect with you?
Yeah, I have a program and I just started it yesterday. So usually I do it 4 times a year. I think it's great for me to manage it. I like it. So next time I will be doing it in February, something like this.
Awesome.
So actually it's just 8 weeks together. And again, I know everyone is busy and take a lot of different programs. So I did my program not time consuming, because actually the whole idea is to integrate it into your daily life, so you do not spend time on this. Because, for example, for my clients, when they just start, they want to do it better, right? So they spend more time on the pictures. I was like, no, 1 minute, 2 minutes maximum. I do not want you to turn your life into a photo shoot. This is not why we are here. We are
1
here.
minute, actually? Seriously? 1 minute it takes to take like this one of these gorgeous pictures?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow.
You do not need more, because again, it's on the go. You do not need any preparation, no hairstyle, no makeup, no special clothes, no anything. So it's about, you are already in the process of something, right? Why not to take pictures of it? So it actually feels like you spend 0 minute on it when you already have these skills, and you have fun instead of like thinking it's like a hard job. I don't know where we got here, but so yeah, I'm trying to do it not time consuming, right? So this is what I wanted to say. I have group calls that most of them like 30 minutes, 45, and then just to be integrated into their daily life, the practice between calls, and looks pretty easy. So especially, if you are taking other programs in order to elevate your message and your copy, if you write it, you need your images anyway, right? Because all your copy is always hiding behind images. You put a lot of efforts into it. So it would be great if you will use images that somehow align with your message. And also it's about your images do your own job, your copy does your own job. So it's because with images you start connecting with people, right? With copy you explain them some certain things that you offer them, your service, or how to live better, how to do something better, something like this. So they actually do different jobs, and when you use both, you are more effective and louder with your message.
Yeah. So basically, let's say I saw like this one picture the other day from you, I think yesterday, with Halloween, with the big knife and the pumpkin. So do I, with all these scenes that have actually nothing to do with work and business. So you are saying I take a picture which is part of my life, I'm inviting people in my environment, but the content and the text that I write does not have to be about what I'm doing right now. It could be something different. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it could be something different. Anyway, you need to find some points of connection to attach your image to your copy, but your image doesn't need to illustrate what are you writing about, right? So we are not creating a kid's book. It's a different with pumpkin and knife, it was just my personal post, so I didn't write much, but I'm thinking about an example. So, for example, my last client, right? So her values were about what she helps people is with to create a fulfillment in their life and business, right? So we actually need to think about the transformation that we promise to our people. So, okay, if she helps to create a fulfillment in people's life, how does it look like? Do you live what you preach, right? So this is your proof that actually you can deliver. So that's why she started showing her fulfillment, right, in her life. So we are using our pictures as an example of what they can get by working with you, right? So that's why it doesn't need to be exactly what I'm writing about, but it still needs to be aligned with your big message, your general message, why you are doing it and how you can help them.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, makes totally sense. And it goes back to different kinds of storytelling again. And basically, yeah, like how can we connect and build relationships?
But
So this is
do you remember our mentor just one day just told us, if you want to have a successful business, learn to tell stories. It's not just about talking and writing, but images are the same, and they are even more could be powerful because you can get the information just in a few seconds. Just looking at the image, you already subconsciously get the information. So the whole idea of what I'm doing to focus on the subconscious level, right, of your social media and your website, how it affects how people can identify with it. So it's, again, nobody analyze pictures, right? When I work with my clients, I'm like, okay, this image, I explain them what is going on here, but I always say nobody analyze image like me, right? We usually receive the information on the subconscious level. We look at the image, we see right away, you're a mom. Oh, I'm a mom too. You are a dog owner. Oh, I'm a dog owner too. So it's just happening instantly.
Yeah, totally. And when you explain that, I totally see that. I see, like, I have the image here that my daughter painted for me a few years ago, and it lights up my day. So I have it in my in my shelf here. And this is it. Like it's about connection building and relationship, and also like being authentically, like not trying to be someone who we are not. And I think this is like so important nowadays, because we always try to get in our head and like think, okay, how can I connect this? How can I reach that client? And by doing that, we are not really who we are anymore. And I think like your visual messaging is exactly that.
I have a funny story with it. Exactly. I talked with one of our entrepreneurs one day, and so I was like, okay, how you connect with your ideal clients, right? So I asked her, and she told me about her branding photo shoot, and she was like, I even borrowed the kids for my photo shoot. I was like, oops, they're definitely not my values, but why you borrowed kids for your photo shoot? Because I do not have kids, but I want to connect with moms. I was like, okay, where else do you do such things in your life, right? So you see, it's all about overthinking. If you are not a mom, right, but you want to connect with other moms just because you provide service for them, doesn't mean that you need to show pictures with the kids. Find another things in your life to connect with them. Maybe you like cooking. Many moms like cooking as well, right? So maybe you like, I don't know, maybe you are, just simple example again, dog owner. Many moms are dogs owner as well. You see, so you do not need to fabricate anything. You have everything in your life already in front of you to take pictures of. And again, when you show your identity and values, you unfold who you are going to serve. This is how you attract your ideal clients you want to work with, right? You will be aligned with them because you are real, so you will attract the same people like you.
Yeah. And these are absolute beautiful words, Yulia. Beautiful words to end the podcast for today, the Brandcast. And so I will just put your information up. So if I would love everyone to follow Yulia on Instagram, connect with her, also on Facebook, check out her website, look at her beautiful photos and that the photos of her clients. And Yulia, do you also have like I think you mentioned you have a Facebook group that people can join. Can you share how they can find you and join that group?
Yes, absolutely. It's a free Facebook group. It's called Images for Your Business. So I share a lot of tips there that you can implement right away. And I know people who were intentional with it and they just start doing it themselves. So yeah, I invite everyone who wants to do it different and actually stand out from this all noise and really connect with people.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Yulia, for joining us, for joining me here today. It was a pleasure. And again, we have a branding masterclass coming up again soon. And you can, everyone listening today or watching the replay or watching the live, you can check it out on our website. And please connect with Yulia. It was a pleasure to have you here, Yulia. And yes. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.